Wild Force, Jack Guzman. And from Power Rangers RPM. And the most amazing Power Rangers Dino charge. Well, they're all awesome. But the Dino charge, Black Ranger. Exactly. You're the most amazing Black Ranger in all of Dino charge. James Davies. I hope it's a fun time and a fun weekend for you. Is this anybody's first time in Orlando? Second for you.
First time for me.
Welcome back. Well, welcome to you.
And you never forget your first, apparently.
That's it. That's it. There's humidity. It's all over the place. Well, welcome to you guys. I'm glad you're all part of it. You're from different seasons, different eras. It's kind of unique because we've got some OG era from the Saban group in your case, and in your case as well, but the show transitioning over to Disney during your time period. We've got a Disney Ranger over here who was...
Sorry about that.
Who was actually, of course, as we know, the last of the Disney Rangers because of that season. We'll talk about it. And then we have a next generation. Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Gen Z Ranger.
Can I just say real quick,
Of course,
on
sir.
behalf of the slightly younger generation, it's such an honor to be up here with these guys. I honestly mean, it's cool. It's always so cool for us to get to talk to the original Rangers and some of the trials and tribulations, but we wouldn't be here if it's something else. So I appreciate you.
That's awesome. Some of you guys are convention veterans, I know. You've been around, done some fun stuff together. But if you haven't had that opportunity as much or been with the group as much, I was going to ask you guys specifically, what is it like to come into the Ranger family and see that it's, well, you're just part of this thing now?
Yeah, you get first.
Either of you, really.
Aussies are kinder than New Zealanders, so we want you guys to go for it.
I mean, it's amazing to be a part of something that's been going for what, 32?
Damn.
The fact that there's so much support in a show for that long is freaking amazing, and the fact that you guys have done such an incredible job, you know, that we get to be a part of that is huge. So. Yeah, it's really an honor, and I say to loads of people that it's a gift that keeps giving. So you know, to be able to continue to do these conventions and meet people like yourself, it's a real pleasure. So thanks for your support, guys.
Now, Dan, go ahead.
Two ways. So I've been very lucky to have a really great film and television career after Power Rangers. And I would not have had that career and not to be able to do it to the level I can if it wasn't for Power Rangers. Because not a lot of time, especially down our part of the world, there is as much budget for things like training and safety and all those things. So to have the opportunity to train with Koichi and all these incredible stuntmen, and we're just talking about one that's gone on to do a lot of acting since, to have that opportunity, and as was a car thing, so I got my stunt driving certificate, I got all this martial arts, and for an old, I'm a hooper, but I played a lot of rugby, and like the flexibility wasn't not so much, but I've never needed a stunt guy since, apart from one particular thing the studio didn't let me do. But I've never needed one since, and it's an American accent for a year. It really changed my life, and that's why I'm here today. Two, I don't do a lot of conventions, but when I do, I just love it. Because not everybody gets to be the prom king and queen. But I know I fucking was. Sorry. People little things, sorry I swear a bit. But for these conventions, it's like everyone, it's everyone's day, everyone's weekend. And I love that, so thank you guys.
Yeah. It's good to have all of you here, as it always is. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have any questions for our friends out here? If you do, raise up your hands. I see one right there. I know you have one right here. Go ahead.
This is not really a question, but I was watching Family Matters like a week ago, and I just saw you all turn in the background. And, you know, usually the Rangers aren't in class, so it was just kind of funny seeing you in class.
Stay in school, man.
I've actually been working I guest star shows I've done, but I've probably done like 156 episodics of television, maybe 6 or 7 films.
What was your first, kind of for everybody, what was your first acting gig?
I had a show on Nickelodeon called Space Case. Yeah, on the band. Yeah, so That was cool. It was like a Star Trek for kids, and I was Captain Kirk. It was fun. Yeah, it was cool. But Family Matters was like a lot of fun because I watched the show. Urkel, of course, was super funny, and in that episode I got to be his bully. So I was his bully, and then he came back as Stefan, and he became my hero. So that was a lot of fun.
Did you kick him in the face?
I did not. I hit him in the head with that.
He deserved that.
That's also a hill counts. Very cool.
That's a good show.
Anybody else got one?
Is that a question for everybody?
Yeah, it is actually a question for everybody if you want to answer it, but you don't have to.
What was the question again?
Just in case they want
It was
more of us to answer.
It was
What
regarding.
was your
It was
first
specific.
impression?
That was specific. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Thanks for it. No, we're doing great. We're good.
Sorry.
Yeah, I know. That's cool. I
Hey, you
saw
got a
one
question?
right here
You got a
next.
question over here?
Yeah.
You want to ask a question?
Yeah.
Because he's feeling left out.
I'm
Better make sure it's for James. Make sure it's for James.
I have a question that anyone can ask.
Shh, actors be quiet.
I don't say.
This could be a question for anyone. Hello. Whatever. I'll talk loud. This could be a question for anyone. But basically, I was having this conversation earlier. Power Rangers has been along for, like you said, 32 years. There's been a lot of nostalgic shows that some of us here have loved when we were younger. But why do you guys think, the newer gens and the older gens, why do you guys think that Power Rangers has had such an effect to the point where there's conventions about it? Like, we don't see conventions about all these other childhood shows. And maybe some people didn't keep watching all the Power Rangers. But for some reason, young or old, we're all here, and we're still doing this.
Because it's fucking awesome, man.
Can you do it, ladies and gentlemen? They're all looking. No, that's true.
You know, it's interesting because the show, I mean, a lot of guys are young. So you weren't here, you weren't watching the show in 1993. But in 1993, the show hit like nothing else. It was a phenomenon. It's like people slept outside to go get their kids' toys. Parents were fighting in lines. Power Rangers kind of came onto the scene, and I mean, when it came onto the scene, it was pretty incredible. It was like we went from nothing to being the #1 kids show in 40 countries. So, right? So 40 countries. I mean, that's not common. So I think it hit so hard at that point that it was bound to go on for at least 5 years or so. And then they did the movie, and that was successful. But after that, then there were other casts and other casts that kept it going. So, like, I think between the dinosaurs, the martial arts, the robots, and all the different fantasy for kids that pretty much telenovela or soap opera for kids, it managed to maintain its audience, which is you guys. We wouldn't be here without you guys. So, hands up for you guys.
I want to piggyback on that if I may, because I remember when he was on, and we hadn't met yet, but he was on the show, and I remember they would go Universal City Walk, and they were this mall or that mall. I just knew I had to stay away from there, because the freeways were shut down, like you couldn't get anywhere. It was literally like deadlock. So I knew this, this is a huge show. It's happening right now all over, right? The Disney or SeaWorld, whatever, wherever these guys went. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to audition for that show. And I was like, okay, that huge, massive kid show? Yeah. I'm like, all right, awesome. And then the other step was, oh, you booked it now. You're going to be part of the show. So I was like, whoa, wait a minute, what's going on here? This is insane. Because, like, we knew how large, how big these guys were. I mean, they were just shutting down towns. So if you were to ask me back then, that we'd be talking 32 years later, I would say, no, you're crazy. I'd never imagined this. What I do know is this. They put their all in. That's why I know it became a phenomenon. And what we did, I came into the show with, this is some big shoes to fill. You know what I mean? So I have a responsibility just to do good work and just give it my all. And I think that's probably why we're still here, because we all come in very hungry, and we give it our all, and we're true to ourselves. And then the rest is this. We're like buddies, best friends, and then now we're making some new friends, and you guys. So I think it's just the culture, and it's awesome part of it. And I can't tell you why we're still here, but we are. And thanks, you guys.
Great question.
Yeah. Thank you.
Going back on that answer really quickly while we wait for the next question, I'm going to for this, but for you going to that overnight, everybody in the world knows your name, but your financial status in the world does not actually change whatsoever. How is that all of a sudden that people have expectations of people of this and that? But you're young at this time. You're young now, but you were really young then.
Also rich already.
And well, that would do it. That would do it.
He was rich already.
That'd be nice. Yeah. You know, it was there's a number of things to be said. One, the fact that there was such a hit show. The owner, Hamsaban, made $1 billion the first year of the show. $1 billion, 999 million.
Very
out of
smart
a
man.
That's $1 billion. $1 billion.
Sorry, what's that? Well, just
And that's in 1993.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
Right about
And the fact that we didn't make a lot of money was like, there was always hope that it would change. So when it got to the movie, when it was like, we're time to do the movie, and then the movie was like garbage as well. The contract was garbage. It was like, no, not the movie, but the contract for the movie was really bad. It was, at that point, it was like either time to stand up or just keep getting, you know. And I don't know, it's always been a thorn in my side because literally I should be a multi-million-dollar, I'd be a multi-millionaire for my family, for the generations of my family that, come behind me. If the world were fair, that's the way it would be. But that's not the way it works. So it's kind of a thorn on my side, but at the same time, here I am 32 years later, and I get so much love from so many people, 40 countries around the world, I can't be mad at that. So it is, and I don't know if I would be the same person if I was a multi-millionaire. You know what I mean? If I had made become a multi-millionaire at that in 1993 and 1994, I don't know if I would be the same person I am today. So I'm grateful for who I am. And I'm grateful for all my opportunities. I'm grateful for all the love that I've received.
What's up,
Every question gets applause, so no pressure. Very cool. I appreciate that.
This is a question to all of you guys. I feel I have to ask this every time I see a Power Rangers actor. Have any of you guys watched your Super Sentai counterparts? Specifically you, Dan. I have to ask, did you watch your Sentai counterpart Go Launcher? Because, it is a massive tone shift compared to your season. Your season's, really dark and edgy and whatever. Go Launcher's woohoo, we're all silly, yeah!
First of all, man, I feel like you're picking on me a little bit. Because you know damn well, no, I watched a little bit, but actually I got to meet a few of these guys, but no, I watched a little bit, but mainly because of ego, okay? Because you need to understand, dude, I hoop, I play rugby, I'm not flexible for shit. I don't need to be someone looking way better than me, dressed like me. No way. But no, I would love to have a more in-depth conversation with these guys, to sit down and have a chat and talk about all that stuff and how they did those things with their legs, you know? Because I can't do that. That make sense? You stop picking on me now?
Yeah, sure.
Someone else jump in quick before I get cancelled.
Good question, thank you.
That's a great question. That's a great question.
Yeah, I watched the tiniest little bit over Britton, and I think it was either Britton and Yoshi's shoulder. For a while, we were all living in the same house, which was all, interesting.
Did you fight?
Did we fight? It's like one big fat. No, we were pretty good actually.
Oh my God, that's shit.
But yeah, so Brendan and Yoshi were the ones that were well into it already, and so it's really nice to kind of get a little bit of that from them. So yeah, but you guys.
The Super Sentai counterparts.
I've met them. Some of them are here, actually, at RangerStop. I've met them. There's a language barrier, so it's not like I get to have a long, elongated conversation, but with the interpreter we've met, and I have a lot of respect for them, because unlike my cast or any of the other casts I think here, they did everything. They did every single thing. They were the faces, they were the suits, they jumped off the buildings, they had the explosions, they did everything, and I have so much respect for that. I didn't have it that hard. I did all my martial
Hey,
arts.
they didn't really do like dance shit, but you can do that, right?
But, I mean, fortunately, I did get to do all my fighting, but just not in the suits. But the fact that they did is wild and cool. I love it.
Cool. All right. Question for you, Dan, as we go up.
I'm telling you.
Being,
A guy sleeps here one day.
that's it. You got to be that's it. Yeah, being on the what was the last season for the Disney company, Power Rangers, and knowing that it had been canceled even before that, what was the difference on this? Well, I know you went on a different season, but was there any feeling on the set of? They took a lot of liberties with your series that weren't at all like any of the other shows. Did you feel differently, and were they talking about it being different?
No, I'm not. This is before not before the internet, but we weren't really privy to that. We were also happy and grateful because cool stunt training and car training and what have you. But so my character was heavily based on. So this is when the Wolverine origin story started coming out. I think one of my character's lines was like, yeah, there's nothing that says covert than red, yellow, and blue spandex. So I loved how they walked that line, and it's always so great to me when we had older fans coming up and saying, "I really appreciate you guys trying to bridge the gap," you know. And but yeah, there was a lot of sorry for the bad language, fuckery, going on with all that stuff. And to be honest, that's not our job, dude. Like our job was to deliver the best possible product that we could to the fans, and lots of Epsom salt bars from me and all that sort of stuff. But no, we try to stay out. It's only like sort of post I kind of learned a bit more about that. All I knew is I was lucky to have a great showrunner in Eddie Gazillion, who I spoke to literally days ago, who's writing something with me now. So it's very, very, very intriguing. But we were just, to be honest with you, all that side we had no idea. We were just, when I say kids, we were, I was 18 years younger than I am now. So it's, we were just, to be honest, focused on that. Yeah. Cool. Thanks for your question, man. Trying to get me in trouble.
Let's see. I got one right there. I'll go right here, and then I got one for Roger after this one. Here you go.
First of all, it is great to see you all here. This is something for all of you know. Have any of you guys remember saying all the theme songs of Power Rangers, from My Morphin to comic for have made one action to try to sing all the things of a karaoke stand. I mean, come on, aside from Walter and James, Double Power Rangers is almost in people's heads, and the others, they don't have that as much. So have you tried to sing all the songs, or just even the ones you work on?
No.
I don't even know my own. Do you know your song, your opening song?
No. I know it's a Getting Gears, I'm slow, but not the actual song.
It's a lot of you do it karaoke.
The cool news is...
Would I?
Right now.
Dude, I don't drink anymore, so I just shit out a lot. Maybe a couple years ago.
That's a good segue, though. There is karaoke this evening, and it's very
Let's
good.
go!
12:30, and all of you will
How about? Look, it's like, those shows like The Voice, how they have to turn and turn and shit.
Oh, yeah.
We can play
On budget, you gotta wait because we'll roll.
Roger, I wanted to ask you one because iconically, the finale of Power Rangers in Space is one of the most memorable moments in all of Power Rangers. I was wondering if you had any memories of that last day or shooting with all of the people, all in Angel Grove, revealing the identity of the Power Rangers. It's never been done. A very finite feeling series. How do you feel?
Bittersweet. Yeah, because dude, it's actually coming to an end, and there's an end to it, and you don't want it to show up, and you just want it to keep going. And after it ends, you're like, are they gonna call me back? So yeah, it's bittersweet, man. You build these amazing relationships. Our cast was super close. Walter, we meet, just build some awesome relationships, and it's just kind of hard to say bye, see you guys later, and not knowing that we're gonna see each other quite often again, you know, because we spend a lot more time on set than at home. So that's our house. These are literally our family. So at the very end, it's pretty sad. Yeah, but you know, it's gotta end at some point. But I'm glad it ended out.
Question for me: how long were you guys together?
We still are.
I mean, in your cast, were you guys like one? Sorry, when ours was like once they got that business model down, it was like change the cast, change it. Were you guys in that? Change the cast?
No, I think the formula started changing after right when we came in.
Yeah, I did the first 85 episodes,
Yeah.
and then, but Mighty Morphin went on for 3 seasons, I think.
Yeah.
And then the cast switched in the second season. That's because we were negotiating.
Oh, okay.
And I think that for us, this is when they kind of figured out the formula. They're like, okay, let's, you know.
I think after
space
I'm
or-
just talking about my guy. But I think what happened was after we tried to negotiate for a better contract, then they went, we can't let the actors be important anymore.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna switch the cast every year, and we'll just focus on the toys.
Figured it out, yeah.
But originally, because everybody had grown accustomed to us, and then they did the movie, and it was like once 3 of us left, and they did the movie with 3 new people. The movie was good, but it wasn't as successful as it would have been with the original cast. So after that, they were like, they have too much power, we can't let it happen.
Yeah, they're notorious for that. It's like more money, buy, you know, next. You guys still have your favorites, regardless of how many times, you know, the cast progresses and changes. You still have your own favorites, so. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just,
Thank you for the transparency because it's great. You guys are so lucky, by the way, to have these guys be so transparent with what it's so rare in our business. So it's so lovely even for me to hear all this stuff that you guys.
I mean, think about it. Bob's a smart man. It's a toy factory. You know what I mean? So if you keep the same guys over and over, I mean, there's only so many toys you can make. But if you keep switching them, you know, more toys, more, you know, Megazords, or, you know, villains. Yeah, that's what we're here. That's why he's a B.
We got one right here. Excellent.
Hey, what's up, guys? Okay, you guys absolutely killed all of your roles as the Black Rangers, but I had a question for you. Let's just say that you can't be your Ranger no more. Is there a season or a Ranger that you would just like to be or think is cool besides yourself?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, for me, I've always said that, obviously, and I think this is the first time that he's been next to me on the panel that I say this, but yeah, I've always reverted back to Walter, because, you know, being a Black Ranger, the OG, besides that, if you didn't accept that answer, then I would have to say a Red Ranger, because obviously they're the most famous one, you know. But for me, bro, this guy right here, like they said, he's broken down doors, paid floors for me, and shit, I came in walking real nice, so I'm forever grateful for this guy, bro.
30 years ago was different. Like to have a superhero of color, you know, that's huge. Like you said, breaking down barriers, stereotypes. Back then was way different. Now we have Black Panther, we have this, that, you know, Catwoman, you know, it's thank you, Walter. You know what I mean? It was a different time. I did a lot of stuff, but I get handed the political refugee, you know, the gangster, you know, because that's how stereotyping they were. They were stereotyping us at that time. So for them to have, you know, Walter, a person of color, you know, a leader on a team back then, yeah, it's unheard. It was unheard.
I was the first Black superhero on live action TV. It was coincidental that I was in a black suit. It was coincidental.
I would say I would revert to, you know, working with Walter as well. Immediately when we came, you know, Black Ranger, when I came on the show, we became really close. We with Grateful Dead concerts, with Cab, with drum. So yeah, I would revert back to Mr. Walter for sure. Mr. Jones.
All right, I'll give you my real answer. Now, this is a bit left field, as you might have figured out. Now, I'm 40 on the nose. I was born in 85. Okay, so we grew up, this was the shit. Like, we're sitting next to rock stars here. Now, looking back, I had the biggest crush on Amy Jo. Like,
Everybody did.
I know it's not a fucking exclusive club, okay, but so if I had to pick, it's just anyone in their series that's not her, just so I can meet her. Just so I could, like, just not do anything weird, like send her a letter or smell her hair, nothing weird. Like, you know, enjoy your tea, but anyone in there serious. But can I say my favorite villain? I always loved Lord Zed. I just thought that was so like nasty all the time, like the exposed muscles and the hair.
Veins on outside his mouth.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they'd be allowed to use that now. I just thought that was the coolest looking bad guy, and I reckon I could Lord Zed the shit out of him. You know what I mean? Come on, Kiwi, your turn.
My turn. Well, basically, actually in New Zealand, is it a bell? No. In New Zealand,
I told you Shannon was real. I told you.
I found out that Power Rangers was actually banned for a while in New Zealand because it was considered
I told you King was a pussies, didn't I?
But what's amazing, I mean, the things that you see on television these days, is like, and Power Rangers it shares so many good messages as well, right? It's probably, I think, the reason why it's continued for so long.
I think so.
As well. So Mighty Morphin was what I watched. So definitely something to do with Mighty Morphin would be my pick for sure.
No, pick one. Come on, pick one to watch. Pick one.
I gotta say, this is the first time that I've ever done a panel with Black Rangers. Like, you know, they did like a Forever Red. You know,
Hey, what's the sponsor? Always bet on Black, baby.
I didn't know this was gonna happen, so when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be cool." Like, it's kind of cool to see the other Black Rangers and be like, "Oh man, this is what from what it was born, this is what became." That's awesome. So I'm proud of all you guys for doing.
The others were invited to show up, and they were scared.
This is a sick
Is there any more questions?
Who else?
Come on, man. Come back.
Well, I'm going back there though, Jack. I have one for you. And during your time.
Hey, if anyone takes this jacket off this man and gives it to me, there's some money in it for me.
Come on. I'll get back to your question, Jack. I'll get back to it. I got it for you.
Sure.
Here we go.
Only if he can answer Spanish.
You got bigger shoulders than Walter, man.
So a question. You happy? Were you sad? Were you disappointed? What were you thinking about that?
When I auditioned to be Zachary Taylor. So I didn't know. At that point, I had no idea what a Power Ranger was. I couldn't even imagine what it was. And when we were putting everything together and we started shooting in production, the wardrobe person said, "Hey, the costumes are right today." So this is going to be our first time I'd seen really what a Power Ranger looked like. And I walked into the wardrobe room, and there I saw the red costume was there, and I was like, "Ooh, that's cool." And I saw the black costume, and I was like, "I want this one." And they're like, "That's yours." And I was like, "Sweet, sweet! I got the black costume, oh, and I'm from Detroit. What up, dog? Let's go." I was like, "Yeah, let's go." I was like,
Good one. Jack?
I guess for me, it's a two-part answer. Number one, obviously as an actor, what we want to do is work. So of course, super stoked. First time for myself being a series regular. I literally went from Friday, I was an extra on a TV show, and then Monday morning, I'm a series regular. So very scary, bro, super scary. But as far as a human being, then hell yeah, super excited. I mean, imagine you're going to be on TV now every week. Monetarily, you're making money. It's like everything was awesome. And then, like they said earlier, all these years later, or even stepping up to this year, you guys, the fandom, the franchise, it's like, bro, you just keep on giving. It's awesome. It's awesome. There's no words to explain how happy, at least I was. It was phenomenal to have worked for 44 episodes.
So Chip Lynn and Jeff played a prank on all of the main cast, the cool cast. Well, some of you probably seen little clips of it on YouTube. Where we found out we were cast, we were called into another what we call a recall or a callback, and it was a cold read. So for those of you who don't know what that is basically you get a script, and you might have 30 seconds, a minute to make something of it, and then you just got to do it. And so it was the worst cold read I think I've probably ever done in my whole entire life. And but they give me this box as part of the script, and the other person says something like, you know, to reveal your destiny, open this box or whatever. So you get this physical box, and I was like, okay, so I'm really trying to put all my energy into, you know, making it authentic and stuff, you know.
They probably used the footage in this.
Yeah. After like a terrible cold read, and then I open the box up, and it's actually a card saying something like, "Congratulations, James Davies, you're the Black Power Ranger." If you guys want to see the card, I've actually brought it with me. Just go. But it was just such a like Chip is a great prankster with that sort of stuff. He's such a lovely guy, really thoughtful, and so it was. I think I was just in shock for a wee while, to be perfectly honest, and it was really strange to all of a sudden be immersed in all of this, and then to what was it at where was it we get announced? Is it Morphin? Yeah, Morphin. And to see like a sea of people waiting and us in our suits and stuff, and it was just such a weird experience, to be perfectly honest. Something to really get used to. So and now I've really grown to love meeting thousands of people all over the place. It's so humbling and so special to meet individuals and hear certain stories and stuff, and to have played, you know, a Power Ranger is just massive. It's humbling, and it's a real privilege. So yeah.
Now, my story's a little different. Is there any kids in the building? Okay. I was in the UK visiting my girlfriend's family. I didn't answer the phone when it rang the first time because we were talking about the weather outside. So I missed the call. But I made the call back once we'd stopped talking about the weather. It was their bedroom. That's my story. Where's my box of cool shit? Where's my congratulations? Where's my phone calls? And it was not even on one of these things. It was like the old phones with buttons. Remember those? But that was my story. So I missed my first phone call. That's as far as I'm going with that story. In Australia, we can tell stories before we're in America. So
I think Henry Cavill actually had a similar experience where he was gaming.
Who the fuck's that guy?
he was gaming and he missed the first phone call.
Oh, he was gaming. I was gaming too.
It's just funny the idea of missing.
Roger, do you remember when you got the call?
You beat that man.
Yeah, I was like, Roger, what's up?
Roger missed his
You're
first
in.
call. He was bringing tomatoes.
I was in the fields. Honestly,
Jack's a bad man. I like that.
quick, don't call ice. I was working. To me, it was just another job, honestly, because I was trained to look at it like that. You know what I mean? You're trained to. It's just, okay, great. I got the job. Okay, great, awesome. It was just I got another job, and then later on, once you're like putting on the suit and stuff, the measurement, you're like, oh shoot, holy shit, I'm about to be the Power Ranger. It starts sitting in. You know, I start settling in, and then you're on set, and it just gets bigger and bigger. But at first, it's just I was just at one job. I had been working for a while, doing a bunch of commercials and video stuff. I was a working actor for a while, and then so when I got this, it just felt like it was another job. I didn't realize how massive it was till I ended up on set, and I still didn't get it. Now I get it. Look at this.
Can I ask one question? This is a range to another. What was your first thought when you thought, shit, I gotta wear spandex? Was like, I can get in shape? What's the...
I hardly wore spandex.
I wear it right on.
I'm wearing it right
I'm
now.
wearing it right now. I thought, man, they're gonna be asking me to talk a lot. That's what I thought.
But did you guys do like, did you guys have to do like tests in your, before you got cast? In
Yeah,
this,
we had to double check. We had to test out.
like before you were hired, right? Like a test field.
Yeah, we had to. Hi. Yeah. We had to test out the costumes, and then we were working with different things to wear under, because like Austin originally was just wearing his underwear, and so you know you need support to keep things in place, especially when you jump around and throwing kicks. Whoa, hey! That was on that side a minute ago. That's weird.
That was a real thing. They would say, hey, Walter, pull your side. We need you to talk.
We need you to-
Roger,
yeah,
we need you to
so-
talk. Okay, but it's a real thing.
I came up as a dancer, so as a dancer, I was aware of wearing like tights and a dance belt to keep everything packaged, looking packaged. But they weren't aware of that, so eventually they figured out, oh, jocks, you know, let's get some jocks. But yeah, it was.
Well, I didn't wear underwear prior to Power Rangers. So
Hey, you wanna know how you got past?
But I do remember thinking spandex. Wearing spandex. I mean, at the time I was young. I was actually 26, so I wasn't as young. But I was physically fit because I was a dancer. I've been doing things forever, and I was worried about my physique. But then we go have lunch, and I'll eat 3 desserts. And I'm like, okay, the spandex is telling everything, you know. The good thing about the black costume is it hides it, right? Hey, if you were wearing yellow or pink, it would hide it, or even the red, or the green.
We gotta cover that.
But what about this, guys? What about when you have to go to the restroom? That's a pain.
Yeah.
They gotta unzip you and all this whole process.
Yeah, I almost became the yellow ranger one time.
Okay, no, I have to know that.
All right, next question.
That's fantastic. Guys, in each of the seasons, is there a moment as actors that you look back on and say, I'm very proud of this scene or this thing, most of all? Or it might be more than one scene. And adversely, have you ever seen one you're like, why did they use that take?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, there's always takes that you look at and you go, oh man, I did a better one than that, you know. But in regard to a favorite, I think when I think back to the original series, I can't place a favorite scene. That Power Rangers Once and Always. Did you guys see that? Yeah. So back in the 30th anniversary, and that scene I did with Min in the command center, I thought was really cool. When I was telling her about she wanted to be a ranger, and she just for revenge. And I was telling her about what it really took to be a superhero, and I thought that was a really cool scene.
I was gonna say, Walter, what you just did, that was awesome. Yeah, that's for sure sticks out. I mean, there's so much, but yeah, the recent work, that was awesome, bro.
I got to kiss Rose McGowan. I know you guys remember the Disney, they literally have to take the blades out of the blender in the kitchen. I swear to God. So Ziggy's making some milkshake. No, the blades look too aggressive or some shit. So they took the fucking blades out of the. Anyway, but because they weren't sure how much of the kiss they were going to be allowed to show, so I just got to kiss Rose over and over again. That's my scene. Oh, shush. She got to kiss the Black Ranger. Come on now. It's okay. It was like a peck. It wasn't like French kissing. But it was really cool because it was very controversial. Like how much are we gonna be allowed to use? It was like look at each other from side eye. Oh, cut that quick, cut that. But that was memorable. But not just because of the kiss, but because it was very different. They weren't sure if they were gonna use it.
Oh sure, now it's not about the kids.
And what was about the kiss? You know those cups we were talking about before?
I would say memorable for me. When we got our. They said, look, this is your new Megazord. And we're like, wow, it's like our mega ship, our mega
that shit's real?
I go, this is insane, right? This is crazy. The set was just amazing. They spent so much money on our new set. That was very memorable. Also, the last time I worked, I brought some tamales and my mom made us pretty memorable. No, and then I didn't know it was very, I'm proud of everything, by the way, because it's a privilege to be part of Power Rangers. So I'm proud of everything, but you guys just seem to be very proud of always a chat. So I feel like I guess that was a pretty good episode, working with Mr. Johnny Bosch. Yeah, so that one definitely sticks out.
I think for myself, it's something that stuck out, but it was more than correct.
Yeah.
I came from playing football, kind of like him, so I had that jock mentality, and I wasn't watching Power Rangers when I was in high school. I was a little old. I was 27 playing as an 18-year-old kid. So for me, the memorable part was, as an actor, I had never taken acting classes or anything like that. So I came kind of with that jock where I always had to look good in my hair back when I had hair. That's how long ago. But you know, I came in with that kind of like, no, I can't look uncool on camera. And from the guy, you guys that have seen Wild Force, obviously Danny was everything but cool. So I was literally playing the exact opposite of who I am in life. So I think it taught me so much because we did the scene probably 4 or 5 times, and finally I got so upset at Koichi. And I was like, damn, like what, bro? You want me to do it like this? And he was like, that's perfect. Oh, okay, so it taught me just that when you're acting, you have to get rid of that I'm afraid or am I going to be embarrassed, or you just got to go for it. And you be ready to look stupid and it's okay. You know, you got to be able to play in that world.
And then he looked at you quietly and said, Jack, can you talk to that me again? I will kill you. He's so silent. It's like, you act disrespectfully in front of me though. Right. Come here, Jack.
But yeah, that would be the moment that still to this day sticks out for me.
That was great.
Great question.
Yeah, that's a great
These are great questions, man.
You got one? You got anything?
You don't have a question.
I lived it with this man right here. Mr. Walter.
That's Dillon's dad in real life, ladies and gentlemen. That's the real.
He actually did. He was one of our original prop guys, and he actually making us look cool with our things. That's cool.
Yeah, we had a good time. Like he said, it's family. You know, like I did the last one in Atlanta, and I hadn't seen any of these guys in 30 years. And it was like I left yesterday, and it was like Walt and I mean, we talked on the phone. I hadn't talked to the guy in 20. I mean, it was like I never left. Yeah. And that's what it's been like for me to come back to this family. And out of all the shows I've done, big stuff, 70 show.
Can you stand up for a second?
Yeah.
Round of applause, please.
I'm going to be hosting the After Dark. Yeah! I'm going to call RangerStop Raw.
Also, I have a question. Where were you in about 1985 in Sydney, Australia?
Never went, dude.
Good, I was just checking because some similarities I'm seeing here.
We did some stuff. We camped together like this gentleman city camped with him. I mean, not only we were workmates, but we were friends. And I still feel like if I had a problem and I needed him for a ride home, that dude would show up and give me a ride home.
Thanks, Paul.
Goes both ways.
That's awesome, man.
When I was packing of cigarettes.
Great, man. Question for the Power Rangers. We'll go over here, and then anybody behind? I'll go right there. This is the back of that. Here we go. Good
And why is your buddy in disguise?
But I just want to know what cereal do you eat for breakfast? Which is your cereal?
That's a great question. What cereal do you eat for breakfast?
Yeah, it's your favorite
Right? Cereal? Okay.
What's your stuff for yours?
What if you don't eat
You might have as a box.
I like raisin bread.
All right.
Raisin bread. Like extra raisins. I put extra raisins in my raisin bread.
Black coffee.
Mine's kind of boring. It's just like the granola ones with flaxseed and all that. I don't know. I just love granola cereal.
Are these original cows?
I like that. I really do.
Frosted Flakes, bro, but with about half a bag of sugar on top of it.
That's when I got help. Yeah.
Hey, what about you though? You can answer your own question.
Yeah, what do you eat?
Yeah.
I would say cinnamon toast crunch.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say Irish coffee.
We stick with coffee.
I tend to not have cereal actually, except for the last couple of days. Been having this like porridge with protein or something in it. It's pretty good.
Boys Jack.
It's been a while. But I usually have like eggs and stuff for breakfast. That's what I go to.
That was the question. Just kidding.
I don't know. Egg cereal.
Oh, egg cereal. There you go.
Did y'all take anything off set?
That's Sam. That's fair.
Say it again, come again, bro?
Did you guys take anything off set?
Hey, I'm at Denzel Washington video. I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with stuff. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, brother, they took so much that they warned us on day one. We had a checklist of our suits. They were like, hey, Jack, you ready to check out? Helmet, gloves.
No, they're like, hey, Frisco.
We couldn't take it. Yeah.
True story.
We almost took so many things that he was with it.
You know, after I left the show, after Austin, myself, and Twee left the show, and then there was David, Billy, and Kimberly. They did the movie. Tommy, Jason Frank, started taking a bunch of stuff. He started saying, I told David, take your stuff. And so they shouldn't have had to take it. It should have been given to us. I mean, even still, just recently, they just, they auctioned everything off. They still didn't offer it to us. I was given my suit from Power Rangers Once and Always because a fan, he audited it. I mean, he negotiated for it, got it, and then he gave it to me.
Oh my God.
Whoa! Yeah, he paid $8,500 for my suit.
Give it to you.
Hey,
Bye-bye.
yeah, but, I mean, that's amazing. But so the fact that they had to take anything is ridiculous. So,
Every movie you do, you get to get your order because you sweat in it, right?
JDF and Blake, they both had a shrine of themselves in their own Blake home.
After
They
meeting
both
them,
ruined it for us. They took everything. I had to put the top down on my car and I threw my actor's chair and I just That's all I got.
we got the
Hey, it's in
speech.
Roger Velasco, so I just took it.
We got
all I got.
the speech, right? Because of past Ranger experiences, like you can't, because you chuck your suit on and go out partying and things happen and everyone's got a 4K camera. Now, not me. I would never be involved in such illegal activity. We sent. Someone I know. I think. No, we stole our jackets. We couldn't get our. I'll say that shit on camera. Disney, I stole the invoice me now. So I don't give a shit. We couldn't.
That's Nickelodeon.
We couldn't get our actual character worn jackets, which we wanted, because they were kind of cool. They were worn in, scratched up. But the stunt jackets, so they were measured to us, not our stunt guys. Our stunt jackets were hung in an unlocked van, and they disappeared. I'm not going to say that they disappeared, so they're certainly floating around. But yeah, the jackets. We got very lucky, cool leather jackets.
I tried taking Diva Talks, but they told me she was married.
If anyone's got a little bit of a pulse around it, everything.
Oh, is that what happened? Props, pair of props.
That's how we make a living.
Damn, I tried.
We got time for about 2 more questions, and we've got one here, and then Kevin will wrap things up.
Walter, this is specifically a question for you. I was just randomly watching an episode of Pair of Kings on Disney Plus, and it was like the episode you were playing like a beatnik poet or something.
Oh, is it poet? Yeah.
Yeah. I just thought when I heard this guy, why does he look familiar? And then I saw the missing left finger, and then I'm like, oh my God, it's Zack. I'm like, you know what I'm asking? Did you just randomly try to get that, or did they just offer it to you?
You know what happened is my buddy Danny Stalker, who was a stunt coordinator on Power Rangers, he does stunt coordination for a number of different shows. So he's got like 8 shows, kid shows. And he asked me, hey bro, I don't know if you were interested, but you want to be this guy's stunt double on this TV show. And I was like, it pays money, let's do it. So I went in and I was a stunt double for Doc. And then they asked me to play this character that was a poet, and that was just fun. I just thought it was fun. So
it was so funny when you just randomly got hit by the people during your poets.
Well, I mean, as a martial artist, and I've done a lot of stuff. So I've done stunt work and television, film, commercial, voiceover. I'm rapping right now, So I do a little bit of everything. So that's what it is. Whatever's gonna get me paid, whatever I can perform, that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Thank you for answering.
Last question. Here you go. Hey guys, big fan of all of you. you. So, you guys inspired me to go on to my fitness journey at like the age of 19. So, I have to know, when you were about my age, what inspired you to go into fitness?
Women.
He's pretty much right. You want to look your best, you want to be your best, you want to feel your best, and I think anytime you engage yourself in something that's athletic, that you start seeing the gains, and they become addictive. You're like, oh, I remember the first time I did this, and I felt my muscle touch my arm. I was like, yo, that feels good. I was walking around doing it all the time. Yeah, I think that's what. And then, of course, ladies.
I'll tell you the true story. So, I'm 6 feet tall. My dad.
6 feet tall.
My dad's about 5'8", right? And he's got these big fucking quads, right? His big athletic quads. So I was born with massive quads, and I look like a little T-Rex. True story. So when I did Power Rangers, I was athletic. I played basketball. I swam. I had this little T-Rex on. So then I got to New Zealand, and then so Ari, who played the Blue Ranger, and I, we made a commitment that every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we were going to go lift weights, no matter our schedule. So every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I went and lifted weights. But that's truly why I started lifting, because I had chunky ass athletic sort of legs. And so I don't know why the T-Rex has to do this. He's a pretty fucking cool dude. But the true story is I had little skinny arms and big legs, and I started doing Power Rangers. That is exactly why I started working out. But the other reasons were true that I gave you.
Because I was from New Zealand and
Girls in New Zealand. I actually started. I started, I guess, the whole fitness thing because of dance. I used to dance professionally. I was in musical theatre and stuff, and dance was sort of my main thing. So I was because I was dancing so much, I was ridiculously fit. And then I sort of got into screen acting, and I was sort of focusing on the acting side of things, and my core started to go and whatnot. So I needed to turn it from dancing from hours and hours and hours most days of the week to something else. And there was sort of a transition in the performing arts school that I went to, and so then I started lifting weights and stuff, and it was a whole different ball game. Yeah, it's good fun. Now I'm getting back into it.
Now he's jacked. Now he's jacked.
No. So now I'm getting back into it. I've taken some years off, but now I'm getting back into it, which is good. Feels good.
By the way, good job. I saw your progress. I saw your journey and what you did.
Do you want to stand up and flex? Do you want to do it? Do it. Stand up. Stand.
Yeah, I started playing soccer at 5. So I've been playing soccer all my life, and then I ran for Pacific Palisades, cross country, and track, and so I've always been into fitness, basketball. I like just fitness. And then before Power Rangers, after high school, I was with LA Models. So I mean, you'd walk in there like, Roger, they lift your shirt up, like, what's going on? Like, you drink too much soda. Like, I swear, I kid you not, they keep you. So I've always just been in shape. And then I got Power Rangers, which is, I think, part of the reason sometimes you get Power Rangers. They don't, you know what I mean? Nowadays, I stay in shape, obviously for myself. But they always ask me, would you come back to Power Rangers? Like, yeah, but think about it. Who are they going to call? There's a suit fit on Roger, the suit fit on this person. Oh yeah, it fits on this guy. Let's get him over, right? So I kind of stay in ratings. You know, we're in the entertainment business. I like to work out and fitness, but also, you know, we are the product.
So why do Americans call it soccer and football?
That's a different.
I grew up playing soccer, by the way. So it was about 10, 15 years ago. Then because of the European influence. So most Australia used to be Forest Kalani Soccer Club I played for when I was a kid. Now it's Forest Kalani Football Club.
Yeah, we are.
Hey,
That's a different panel.
In Spanish, they call it football.
Wait,
Hold on.
In Spanish, they call it soccer.
Jack, finish it up if you want
You
to.
guys call football like the American football.
Yeah.
But so soccer is soccer.
This is the conversation we have over here.
Okay.
Which you can have soon. Just like that. Please give it up for.
We're gonna solve this shit.
Thank you.